Who won in court but lost in the court of public opinion? They were on a family camping trip at Uluru in 1980. It was supposed to be a peaceful getaway, something simple. Just a young couple, Michael and Lindy Chamberlain, and their children, including their 9-week-old daughter, Azaria. That night, they were sitting by the fire with other campers. Lindy had just put Azaria down to sleep in the family tent. Minutes later, she heard a noise and turned to see a dingo, common in that part of the Australian outback, emerging from the tent and trotting off into the night. She screamed, she ran. Others heard her yell, "A dingo's got my baby!" They searched the surrounding area with torches and flashlights, but Azaria was gone. No one believed her. From the beginning, it wasn't just a tragedy, it was a spectacle. People didn't like how calm Lindy seemed. They didn't like that she didn't cry on command. When she smiled during a TV interview while recalling a sweet memory, the public decided she was cold, calculated, guilty. The media seized on her every movement. Rumors spread, some grotesque, like that she had killed the baby in a ritual sacrifice because they were Seventh-day Adventists. The name Azaria was falsely translated by tabloids to mean sacrifice in the wilderness. The police investigation was flawed from the start. They ignored or dismissed testimony from Aboriginal trackers who pointed out dingo prints and signs near the tent. They found a tiny spot of blood in the family's car and decided that proved Azaria had died in the vehicle. Lindy was arrested. She was tried in court, and in 1982, she was convicted of murder. Life sentence. Michael was convicted as an accessory after the fact.
She gave birth to her 4th child while in prison. Her other children were raised without her. The country had moved on. The dingo ate my baby became a joke. On TV, in movies, and comedy clubs, Lindy was turned into a punchline, a caricature of a hysterical woman lying to cover up a crime. Then in 1986, hikers stumbled across something deep in the bush near Uluru, a dingo den. Inside, they found the missing matinee jacket Lindy had always insisted Azaria was wearing when she disappeared, something the prosecution had said never existed. It had bloodstains, it had dingo fur, and suddenly, the story changed. Lindy was released. Years later, after multiple inquiries, the courts formally overturned her conviction. In 2012, more than 3 decades after Azaria's death, a coroner officially ruled that a dingo had taken and killed the child. So yes, Lindy Chamberlain won in court. Eventually, she was cleared, her record was wiped, her story vindicated. But it didn't matter. People still quoted that line as a joke, still saw her name and thought of murder, still brought up her weird behavior and the way she held herself together as if that was proof of something. She spent years being stared at, mocked in public, whispered about in grocery stores. The apology came too late, and it was never loud enough to match the roar of judgment that had come before. She lost more than her daughter. She lost her freedom, her reputation, and the simple right to grieve in peace. And that's the thing about the court of public opinion. It doesn't care about facts. It doesn't wait for evidence. It just needs a headline and a villain.